Thanks for joining us for this Friday edition of the 8 o'clock digital update. We are live now on all of our digital platforms. We're on our website, our app, Amazon Fire, Roku, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Thank you, as always, for joining us. We do want to get right to some breaking news in Effingham County. There's been a head-on collision at the intersection of US 80 and US 80 and Sand Hill Road, rather. And this is where it is. If you look at the map, it'll be right next to this truck stop. All we've confirmed from the sheriff's office is that it was a head-on collision. The Georgia State Patrol is investigating this crash. We are told US 80 was at least closed around 7 o'clock, and it likely is still closed right now. We do have a crew on scene right now. Once again, this is at Sand Hill Road and US 80. All we've confirmed with the sheriff's office is that it was a head-on wreck. We don't know anything about injuries, but we also were able to confirm that the road is closed. The Georgia State Patrol is investigating that crash. Of course, we'll have the very latest for you tonight on the news at 11, as well as our news update at 10 o'clock. Today in Savannah, we officially have two people running for mayor. They have officially announced their campaigns. The first person to run against Mayor Eddie DeLoach, he was the second person, but the first person is Regina Thomas. She officially announced today she's running for mayor. She did so back in 2011. She's also served in the state legislature, both in the House and in the Senate. So Mrs. Thomas is making another run at local politics. Meredith Parker caught up with her today as she announced her campaign.
This is not her first try at the mayor's seat. She did run back in 2011. Now Regina Thomas says she's running again with no change in focus or platform.
Really isn't much of a difference. It's pretty much the same thing.
Regina Thomas told WTOC today she's back for a second try at the mayor's seat. She ran in 2011 but was defeated by Mayor Edna Jackson. This time she's looking to take that seat from incumbent Mayor Eddie DeLoach.
No. I have no criticism of anyone. This is not personal. It's just that I know that I can do a better job.
Thomas focusing her campaign around 13 years of leadership at the state level, 4 years as a Georgia House representative and 9 years as a state senator.
I served on the Appropriations Committee for the state. And when we had a short year of funding, we asked every department head to reduce their own budget by 15%.
Along with crime and fiscal responsibility, Thomas says her biggest priority in this race is transparency.
Because I know city government, I know state government, I know federal government. I know the policy and the rules, and I want to be able to let the people know. So many things are being done without the public's input until after it's been done. And I want the people to know what's going on before it happens, and I want the input before it happens.
Her election paperwork with the city of Savannah says she's running as a nonpartisan candidate. Thomas says she is planning more outings in the next few months on the campaign trail. Reporting in Savannah, Meredith Parker, WTOC News.
All right, also today, Mayor Eddie DeLoach, current Mayor Eddie DeLoach, confirmed he is running for re-election. He says he is excited about the campaign season. He's wrapping up his first term right now. He says with another 4 years, he would really increase the fight against blight, but he also says this campaign will really focus on what they've done. He'll look at things like poverty reduction, job fairs they've hosted, as well as a decline in violent crime and other improvements throughout the city. The mayor says his record should be more than enough to win. On that note, though, he says he's not really running against anyone specifically. Instead, he will be running on a platform proving the work that's been done over the last 3 years. Take a listen.
We've got a great record to run on. We've had a great participation, and we're excited about going forward. Anybody that runs is, just like me or anybody else. They got an opportunity, and if they feel like they need to do that, they need to do it.
Mayor DeLoach says his campaigning will really ramp up either next month or sometime in March. Of course, qualification for all city election spots will be in August, so that's when all people that want to run will have to declare whether they are running or not. There are a couple of other names floating out there for mayor, but once again, Regina Thomas and then Mayor DeLoach are the only two people that have officially thrown their names to the hat. Of course, we'll keep on top of those races for mayor. There's also been a couple of people that have announced bids to challenge aldermen right now, so we'll stay on top of that. Once again, election, though, is later in November, so there's still a lot of time for these folks to get out and campaign. Speaking of government, this time the federal government now, that shutdown still continues, and at midnight it will officially be in day 22, making it the longest shutdown in government history. So tonight there are still about 800,000 federal workers who missed a paycheck today because of this shutdown. Many are having a hard time making bills. You've seen the stories. Folks like TSA agents are even calling out of work now because they say they can't keep showing up to work and not getting paid. Congress could always back pay them once they do officially in this shutdown. However, that's not really been discussed. We did learn today that the Coastal Electric Cooperative is giving its members who have been furloughed or are continuing to work without pay some extra time to pay their bills. If you need to defer your electric bill payment, just give them a call. We, of course, have that number for you on our website. They did not say they are waiving the fees. They are just giving folks a little bit of extra time to pay. Once again, all that information, though, is on our website, as is all the very latest news. We'll be back at 9 o'clock for a weather update, and then again at 10 o'clock for another digital news update. And then, of course, Don Baker will see you tonight on the news at 11. Have a great night.